factual and well-investigated stories. Look no further than Global Television. Dive deep into issues with our in-depth analysis and stay informed with our educational and interesting programs. Join us on Global Television, where quality content meets excellence. Follow us on all our social media platforms to stay connected and never miss an update. Global Television, Nigeria, our pride.
Welcome to Bayes University, Abuja, Nigeria, with a legacy of excellence and a vision for nurturing future leaders. Bayes University is in a league of its own. We're all about our people, processes, and technology.
Bayes is one of the highly rated universities in Nigeria in terms of product quality standards.
We don't just produce graduates, but groom people into employers of labor.
And it has made us understand that learning is all about three things. We learn, we unlearn, and we relearn.
Bayes University Hospital offers a range of specialized services equipped with the latest technology, manned by a team of trusted professionals. And now, our vision extends beyond our walls with the Baba Ahmed University in Kano following our lead. Join us at Bayes University and invest in your future today.
Bayes University is the institution that you will get the best value for money education in Nigeria.
Bayes University. Learn to live.
Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Jumai Manson. Would like to remind you that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365. Now the news in full. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has congratulated Justice Stella Anukam on her re-election as judge of the African Court on Human and People's Rights for another term of 6 years. Justice Anukam was re-elected as the African Union Mid-Year Coordination Meeting Executive Council in Accra, Ghana. The president, in a statement by his spokesman, Andrew Ngalale, commended Justice Anukam for her contributions to the development of human rights jurisprudence on the continent. The Nigerian leader urged Justice Anukam to continue to bring her invaluable knowledge and insights to the African court. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, says crime rate in the country is on the decline. Addressing State House reporters after meeting with President Bola Tinubu in company of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, Egbetokun said the president urged them to continue to strategize in order to bring crime to the barest. The Multinational Joint Task Force of Operation Lake Sanity 2 said 263 Boko Haram terrorists and their families have surrendered to Sector 1, Cameroon. This was contained in a statement by the Chief Military Public Information Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Abdullahi in Maiduguri. According to him, the surrender occurred between July 10th and 17th, 2024, with 5 terrorists surrendering to MNJTF troops in Walgo on the Nigerian-Cameroon border. Now to the Lagos State government has announced a 90-day traffic diversion for motorists on the Ondo-Iya-Alaro Bridge, which will commence on Monday, July 22nd, 2024. Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Osiyemi, stated this, that the diversion is due to the deplorable state of the pavement and the expansion joint on the Ondo-Iya-Alaro Bridge. Osiyemi noted that the diversion will be drawn in 2 phases in Ojota-bound lane and the Yaba-Ojuelegba Maryland-bound lane, respectively. The Nigerian police force has arrested 1,284 suspects in various operations across the country over the past 6 weeks. The arrests included 307 armed robbery suspects, 296 kidnapping suspects, 176 rape and defilement suspects, 301 homicide suspects, and 204 suspected cultists. This was disclosed by the force spokesperson, Muyiwa Adejobi, during the parade of some suspects arrested for various offenses. Adejobi reported that the police rescued 97 kidnapped victims and recovered 284 firearms, along with 6,702 rounds of ammunition. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Partey, says the federal government will effectively deploy vaccines coming from Gavi. The vaccine applies despite the spread of cholera outbreaks slowing down in the country. The minister made this known while responding to a post made by the Chief Executive Officer of vaccine firm, Dr. Saina Nishtar, on her X, formerly known as Twitter. In the post, Nashir disclosed that the fresh cholera vaccine would soon arrive in Nigeria to help curb the deadly and ongoing outbreak. You're watching Midday News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms by using the Global TV NG and the handles now showing on your screen. When Midday News returns, federal government to spend 3 trillion naira on new minimum wage, pensions, gratuities. We'll bring you this and other more stories right after this break. Do stay with us. Are you a food lover? Do you care about your health and nutrition? Are you interested in exploring the diverse culinary traditions from around the world? Then look no further. Introducing Lunch Global on Global Television, a show that takes you on a delicious journey through the world of food, nutrition, and diet. So, whether you're a seasoned foodie, a health enthusiast, or simply curious about the world of food, Lunch Global has something for everyone. Tune in Mondays to Fridays and let your taste bud take you on a journey of flavor, culture, and discovery on Lunch Global. Bon appetit!
Time check. It's midday. Then it's Midday Discourse. Midday Discourse is a program that covers trending local and international news, current issues, and human-related topics. Join Samuel Odi weekdays 1 p.m. on Global Television. The discussion starts here.
Global Television is people's television. It's for the people. They focus on the contents of deliverables.
Global Television, channel 365 on your DSTV, the station to watch for your news and current affairs. Hey!
This is Global Television, channel 365 on DSTV, the station to watch for your news and current affairs.
This is Global Television, channel 365 on DSTV, a station to watch for current affairs and other societal news. Keep watching live.
Watching Global TV on DSTV channel 365. Where don't touch it now, just watch.
This is Global TV. Keep watching on channel 365 on DSTV station and listening to the latest updates. Yay!
This is Global Television on DSTV channel 365. Keep watching. Yay!
Factual and well-investigated stories. Look no further than Global Television. Dive deep into issues with our in-depth analysis and stay informed with our educational and interesting programs. Join us on Global Television, where quality content meets excellence. Follow us on all our social media platforms to stay connected and never miss an update. Global Television. Nigeria, our pride.
You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is Global Television, bringing you live broadcasts of Midday News. Thank you for staying with us. Over now to our foreign scene. Soldiers were patrolling Bangladesh cities to quell growing civil unrest sparked by student demonstrations, with riot police firing on protesters while defied a government curfew. This week's violence has killed at least 115 people so far. Victims reported by police and hospitals pose a monumental challenge to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's autocratic government after 15 years in office. A government curfew went into effect at midnight, and the Premier Office asked the military to deploy troops after police again failed to subdue widespread mayhem. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuggar, and his South African counterpart, Ronald Lamola, have called for an immediate ceasefire in the ongoing conflict in Sudan. They lamented that the conflict had led to the death of innocent citizens, worsened the humanitarian crisis, displaced millions of people, and the destruction of critical infrastructure. According to a statement by Tuggar's Special Assistant on Media and Communications Strategy, Al-Kassim Abdul Qadri, the two ministers spoke at a meeting on the sidelines of the African Union Executive Council in Accra. They called for the commencement of a process to expedite access to humanitarian assistance in the country. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, a Democrat and outspoken advocate for racial justice and monetary rights, have died. Her family said she was 74. Lee, a black representative from Texas who served in Congress for nearly 3 decades, revealed last month that she had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. 7 people have died, including 3 young children and a teenager, in a fire that broke out in the early hours of today in the southern French city of Nice. The local prosecutors said officials were investigating the blaze as a potential arson attack. The mayor of Nice said they had images that clearly showed that the fire had been caused petrol poured into a stairwell by the hooded people during the night. Flames engulfed the upper floors of an apartment block in the Moulin area of Nice, close to the city's airport. A Milan court has ordered a journalist to pay Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni damages of €5,000 for making fun of her in a social media post. Journalist Galea Contes was also given a suspended fine of €1,200 for a jib on X in October 2021 about Meloni's height that was defiled as body shaming. In business, the federal government is set to spread 3 trillion naira on the new minimum wage and the payment of pensions and gratuities. The Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, disclosed this during a meeting with the Senate Committee on Appropriations chaired by Olumide Lekan Adeola. The minister presented the general principles of the newly amended 2024 budget to the committee at the meeting. Over now to the Central Bank of Nigeria has directed all banks and other financial institutions to transfer all dormant accounts, unclaimed balances, and other financial assets to its dedicated account. The Apex Court made this known in a circular released and signed by its acting director of Financial Policy and Banking Regulation Department, John Onoja. According to the CBN, all dormant accounts and unclaimed balances with banks for at least 10 years will be warehoused in a dedicated account known as the Unclaimed Balances Trust Fund Pool account. The Joint Committee of the House of Representatives investigating arbitrary rise of cement price in the country has asked major producers in the industry to tender documents on cost production to justify the price of cement in the market. The committee resolved to visit production plans of the companies after going through their books to ascertain the cost of production with a view to determine a fair price of cement for all Nigerians. The chairman of the Joint Committee, Jonathan Gaza, made the demand at a public hearing while acquiring Dangote Cements Company and Lafarge Africa PLC in Abuja. It says the committee is interested in the cost of production from 2020 to date that justify the current price of cement, which is over 10,000 naira in the most parts of the country. Nigeria's Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission imposed $220 million fine on Meta platforms for violating data privacy laws. The FCCPC says in a statement signed by its acting executive chairman, Adamu Abdullahi, says Meta's data sharing practices on its Facebook and WhatsApp platforms breach local consumer and data protection regulations, adding that Meta had denied Nigerian users control over their data, share data without consent, and abuse its market dominance. Airlines were gradually coming back online after global carriers, banks, and financial institutions were thrown into turmoil by one of the biggest IT crashes in recent years, caused by an update to an antivirus program. Passengers' crowds had swelled at airports on Friday to wait for news as dozens of flights were cancelled and operations struggled to keep service on track after an update to a program operating on Microsoft Windows crashed systems worldwide. Multiple U.S. airlines and airports across Asia, and they were now resuming operations with check-in services restored in Hong Kong, South Korea, and Thailand, and mostly back to normal in India, Indonesia, and at Singapore, Shanghai Airport as of Saturday afternoon. And that's it on Midday News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Remember, we're on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms by using a Global TV NG and the handles now showing on your screen. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.
It's time for sports' biggest moments on global television. The headlines, scores, breaking news, and commentaries on sporty events. Talking with the biggest players, strikers, and about the slam dunks and goals, stunning saves, near misses, and